Then Saul dressed David in his own tunic. He put a coat of armor on him and a bronze helmet on his head. David fastened on his sword over the tunic and tried walking around because he was not used to them. He said, "I cannot go in this," he said to Saul, "because I'm not used to them." So he took them off. Then he took his staff in his hand, chose 5 stones from the stream, put them in his pouch of his shepherd bag. With his sling in his hands, approached the Philistine. This is the story of David, and we're gonna learn about identity. Keep your identity. What is identity? Identity is the quality, beliefs, personality, looks, or expressions that makes a person. Everyone has a different perspective about you, but you are the only one who knows your identity. It was Saul's perspective that made him dress David the way he thought was right. But look at David. He could not walk on his shoes simply because that was not his identity. Yes, the same things that worked for him could not work for David. We are all human beings, but created with different abilities, different identities, and different personality. You can never be like anyone else. Keeping your identity means seeing potential in yourself, believing in your own abilities, doing things your own way, walking your journey, and writing your own story. David believed in the stones he was used to. Yes, the weapons that was provided by Saul was good, but he chose to fight his own way. He kept his identity, and that's what made him win the battle. What works for someone else might not work for you because it doesn't correspond to your identity. Your personality and the qualities are different. It can't work for you because you are different. When you start doubting your ability, you start trying to be like others, and that's how you lose your identity. It's okay to learn from people who are better than you, but don't try to be like them. Use the lessons you learn to make a better you, the better version of yourself, and not to change the original you. Do you know there is something unique in you? Something that defines you? That is your identity. Success is just within you. The best is in you. When you discover your qualities, express your personality, and be yourself, it brings out the best in you. It is true that your identity controls your action. It was impossible for David to pretend in front of the king that he was comfortable with how he dressed him. It was awkward for him to use stones in such a fight. Everyone was surprised, and at some point they thought he was joking. But that was him walking his journey. When you keep your identity, people will criticize you. You lose friends because you cannot compromise. It's okay. That's your path. Walk it. And once your identity shines, it will expose your potential. They will celebrate you, and you'll become a hero. Don't fight your own potential by doing what people want you to do. You can't please them by doing what is against your personality, but you can make them proud by believing in yourself and fighting your own battles. David would have been defeated if he fought Saul's way. People will fight your identity because it's unique. They will influence you in different things that make sense to them. And when you fail, you fall for it, you will start struggling. You forget who you are. You lose your self-confidence, your esteem, and most important, your purpose, which can lead to depression. What you think about yourself is very important because your thought becomes your words becomes your action, and your action defines you. So if you think you're great, you will speak great things, you will do great things, and you will become great. Don't let anyone interfere with your journey. Keep your identity.